Hello, and welcome to another session. In this session, we are going to program your mind to pass your driving exam. This is a super booster exam preparation session. So, this should be listened the day before you take your exam and on the day that you take the exam. If you have done your homework, which is to listen to our other videos and audios for preparation for your exam, then you should be well prepared to take and pass your exam. This, as I said, is a super booster, which means it's going to take your system, put it into overdrive to allow you to pass the exam, and you will be calm and very concentrated, very focused, and you'll feel that everything comes easily. You will remember each step, each thing that you need to do, and you will be extremely concentrated and calm to pass the exam. This is a simple process, a process that requires you to go through the steps and make sure that you have completed all that needs to be done. So this is going to allow you to pass the exam easily and comfortably. You will no longer be stressed. You will no longer feel any tension. In fact, you will feel that you are just going about your day comfortably and easily without having to worry. Most people, when they take their exams, they get anxious. They worry about if they have done everything right, or they worry about what the examiner is thinking. And this is not the right attitude. The attitude should be, you are just having a wonderful day, just driving, just doing your thing. Things that you would normally do if you were just having an easy time. Just driving and making it a passage of time. That you'll start from point A and drive around and come back to your starting point. This is what the examination is all about. It's an examination to see that if you have done every step correctly and easily. Now I'm going to warn you before we begin. No matter how well you do, the examiner has to tell you something negative. They will say, oh, you didn't do this or you didn't do that. And that's because every examiner is forced to say something negative so that they can encourage you to improve your driving skills. What is important, though, is that they're going to tell you that you passed the exam. And that is the most important. Now, to pass your exam, you just need to be calm, relaxed, and remember the things that you have learned and apply them. Now, first steps first. What are you going to be doing? What are you going to be wearing on that day? You should plan this. You should know what you will be wearing so this becomes familiar. If you're going to be taking the exam in the car that you've been driving around, make sure you remember what the interior of the car feels like, seated position, making sure that you are comfortable with all the dials and buttons, all the things that you need to do. You will have to run it in your mind. And for us to program your mind, we first have to begin by letting you go into a trance. This trance is going to be very profound. It's going to allow your mind to be guided through a series of steps. You're going to go through the whole process of passing the exam so that it becomes familiar and easy, so that you are just calm and easy and have done everything right. So let us begin. First things first. You must make sure you don't have any cellular phone or mobile in your room. Make sure you turn the sound off, put it into another room. This is essential. You want to have as much calmness and positive energy in the room. Cellular phones or mobile phones put out vibrances that are not beneficial to human body. And secondly, you don't want to be distracted. Make sure those are all turned off. all the sounds that could be possibly coming from your computer, laptop, television are all muted, and that you're ready to relax. Make sure you tell everyone in the household that you do not want to be disturbed for at least 30 to 45 minutes. This will give you ample time to be able to go through this session and be able to have your mind programmed. If any time there is an emergency, you will be free and easy, and you'll be able to proceed without any hindrances. But until then, we are going to be allowing your mind to relax. We shall begin by finding a comfortable position. I highly recommend you take a reclining position, not the one that is lying, but a reclining one. So you may want to put a couple of pillows behind your back, arrange your head to be resting in a comfortable position. Make sure your arms and legs are uncrossed and that you're wearing something very comfortable. And make sure the ambient room temperature is perfect for you to just relax. And when you're ready and you begin to relax, make sure that you are comfortable. And take a deep breath in, and when you're ready, exhale. Next you exhale, you can allow your eyes to close. Some people just like to leave the eyes closed for a lengthy period of time, even after the session is over, to allow things to sink in. You have to just allow and follow my instructions, and things will come very easily. Easily means just comfortably. All you have to do is listen and let your unconscious mind take hold of the process so that it can incorporate it to the best of its possible abilities. And this is so easy because your unconscious mind is able to monitor everything in your body, from your body temperature to digestion, to all the hormonal secretions and how fast your heart beats and how fast you breathe. This is all done because your unconscious mind has control over everything. And for you, this is going to be easy. You're going to take it one step at a time. If you have not closed your eyes, it's okay. It will come naturally because your mind, as it drifts down, there's a sense of sleepiness that comes. And the sleepiness, the longer you try to hold it back, the more pronounced it gets, as if you are very, very tired at night and you haven't slept in a long time. Your eyes will naturally close without you even realizing how it has done so. And eventually when they shut, your eyelids become more and more attached to each other, as if you have kind of an iron curtain that holds it together, like big bolts of iron steel going through the eyelids and just locking them in place. And this is all helpful because your eyelids are just there to protect you from seeing things, allowing your attention to turn inwards. As you turn your attention to inwards, you're going to find that you are also breathing. Breathing is good because it allows you to concentrate on something that is vital. Air that goes into your lungs is fueling and supplying your body with oxygen and allowing the used up air, which is carbon dioxide, just to leave your body ever so gently. And this is all good because the process is a simple one. You breathe in, and when you're ready, you breathe out. And as you do so, your mind will begin to relax because each breath, as you calmly take it in and release, allows your body to return to a state of equilibrium. Equilibrium means that your body is relaxed, allows your mind to travel to each and every section of your body that is holding tension and release it. You might find that you held tension in your fingertips and in your palm. Those can relax. You can relax the soles of your feet and your feet and your toes. You might allow even your muscles around your legs to relax as well. And this relaxing sensation can travel upwards, allowing each section of your body, including your shoulders and back, to relax. And as you do so, your breathing will get deeper and more pronounced and easy like a baby screaming state. Because as your body relaxes and drift down, you find that your breathing is just apparatus, allowing you to experience the state of being in a body, allowing your body to relax and drift, allows your mind to open up to the possibilities, the unconscious processes. And this is how you can attach good emotions, good uses for your mind to operate at times when you're conscious. When are you conscious? Well, when you are, for example, driving. That is a conscious state. But your unconscious mind is what is at play. It allows you to do all the things that are necessary to pass the exam. Those include like putting your signals on, checking your mirrors, and knowing how you're going to hit on that brake ever so gently to bring the car to a complete stop at every single stop sign, and to know that you have to leave a little bit of distance that is comfortable for you and your examiner to see that you are in complete control of the car itself. And you can only understand this through the process that is called the unconscious processing. It is the behavior patterns that help you to have habits that will last a lifetime, knowing how to brake the car to a stop that is gentle and nice, that doesn't cause panic but allows the body to know that you are in complete control of the vehicle. And as you travel through the day in your car, you're going to notice things on your left and right and in front. And you're going to see that those are things that are natural part of life. And that life itself has ways of guiding you. You're going to notice that certain vehicles will be traveling in a certain direction, and you'll be going in a certain direction. You will know how to steer and how to clear so that you are completely safe. And this sensation of safety is going to yield results because you will be noticed that you have a sense of calm, a sense of control. This is what the examiner wants to see. This is what examiner's first criteria. Not that you do everything right, but you have the confidence, the attitude of sense of responsibility, that you are able to control everything about the car, because you are the driver. The commands that you give to the car are just an extension of your mind over the car. In fact, the car becomes an extension of your body. We're going to take a little trip. Now imagine what you'll be wearing, how you'll be dressed, and imagine yourself in the parking lot of the examination place. Imagine yourself standing by the car and that you will see the examiner. And then you step inside the car. You put on your seatbelt. And the examiner takes his position, he's got his notepad. And you are also very comfortable because you know you have done this many times. You check all your left mirror and right mirror and rear view mirror. And you check in front and make sure that everything is clear. And then you start the car. The car will take the ignition and be ready to go. That's not when you move. You again look at the mirrors and make sure everything is safe and put the car into park. and then to drive. Now, when you are driving, you're going to be making sure that you follow directions. Most people, when they get into a car with the examiner, they feel tense. This is not what's going to happen. You are just going to be taking a drive. It's just you and the car. The examiner is just an observer, just looking at what you are doing. So you're not panicked or you're not stressed, you're just calm, as if you're going with a friend for a drive. You're just going to follow his directions, as if like you're driving a friend that you know arrived to their house, and it's at night, so you may not know the road so well, so they're going to tell you turn left or turn right or park there, as if you're taking them home. This is the feeling you should have, because the examiner is just there to see that you get there from point A to point B. And the point B is just returning back to where you started. So it's simple, so you just be courteous and happy, and take a deep breath in, and just notice your shoulders and arms are relaxed, and that you are concentrated on the road. Your eyes are well focused into the distance. As you drive, you make sure that you are ready and comfortable, making sure that you put your signal on if you are moving from a park spot. And as you drive, you notice that there are going to be stop signs. When you arrive to your first stop sign, you check left and right to make sure the track is clear. And you make sure you put your signal on, you just gently ease off the brake and then press on the gas. The car will take its turn, ever so gently. Now, the drag examiner doesn't care how fast you do. He only cares that you do it correctly, so you can take your sweet time. Most people make the mistake of rushing through things. When you rush through things, things become more difficult. You want to make it easy on yourself, so you just take your sweet time and turn, make sure that you are driving in control. With both hands on the steering wheel, and your steering wheel is just there to guide the car. And you're making sure that you are obeying the speed limit, just underneath the speed limit. If you set 30, you're driving at 28. If you set 50, you're driving at a 45. As long as you don't exceed the speed limit, you're fine. And then the next stoplight, you just come there and easily come to a stop. You plan it, making sure that the car comes to a complete stop. And make sure you're watching the light and making sure everything is correct on left and right. And you allow the car in front of you to just accelerate and leave a space. And you take up a little bit later, not immediately, just allow a lot of time to pass between the car just leaving and you following, so there is a distance between you and the car. And the examiner is going to say, this guy is careful, he knows what he's doing. And occasionally the driver is required to pass through railroad tracks. Remember, this is part of the examination. You have to remember to look at left and right and notice things that are on the path. Now, this is the part where you have to be careful, because the examiner already knows this procedure. He knows you know the procedure. It's just that you have to be careful. And be carefully means being slow. Slowly passing through the railroad tracks and coming to the other side and just driving gently. And when you come to another stop sign, make sure you lift your arm to the left and right and put your signal on, whichever way you're turning, because putting your signal on is a step that everyone must do when they are turning left or right. And as you do that, you're going to be driving for a while. Sometimes you're going to be passing through a school district. Make sure you drive slow. The slowness is not a problem. Fast is the problem. You're in complete control, so you know that you are obeying the speed. And at no time does it ever enter your mind what the examiner thinks. It's not important what he thinks. It's just you just doing it and examining the road and just going through the process, making sure that everything is safe, making sure that you're driving in front of the school ever so gently, ever so carefully, and making sure that in the crisscross roads and walk pathways that you are actually observing for any pedestrians. This is simple, and this is easy. And at one point, the driver is going to be asked to do a parallel parking. A lot of people are afraid of parallel parking, but it's the easiest thing because it's applying a formula. Formula is you line up your car next to the car that you are going to be backing up to, and make sure the back of your car is almost parallel to the other car. You check all your mirrors, you put your signal on, you turn the wheel all the way to your right. That's right, all the way to your right. And again, check your mirrors and slowly start backing up. The way to do that is to relieve the brake pedal and the car will start moving by itself. You don't even need to press the gas, but you just gently put your foot on it. The car will move. And when your door is aligned with the back of the car that you're parking to, make sure that you start turning the wheel all the way to the middle, as if you're pointing forward. But now, because you're reversing, the car will start sliding back. Again, do not press the gas, just let the car do its own job. As the front of the car clears, now you can move the steering wheel all the way to the left. That's right, and the car will just naturally take its position. It will become parallel to the curb. Now you can straighten the wheel and pull up a little bit forward, put it into park, and wait. Now the examiner will tell you to drive away, and this is going to be easy. Again, you're going to check all your mirrors, put the car in reverse, gently ease back until you stop. Now you're going to put the steering wheel all the way to the left, put a signal on. Check all your mirrors, and then you're going to put your car forward, drive gently out of the spot, and then straighten your wheel and drive off. Simply, as easy as that. It's just a matter of knowing that you have to straighten your wheel when you come halfway to the door, parallel to the back of the car. That is the only thing that is crucial. The rest takes care of itself, all the way to the right, all the way to the left, and the car just slides in. What is important every time is that most people make mistake of using the gas. Gas is not the important part. It's allowing the automatic cars to do their own movement. Just very gently. Slower you do it, better you do it. You can take all day if you need to, because the clock is not running. It is you who is just doing the process that is going to be calm and comfortable with the whole process. And once you have completed this, you can just drive off, and the examiner is going to tell you to drive to the parking lot. And when you enter the parking lot, make sure you don't rush. You take your time, you put your signal on, check each road condition, making sure that when you arrive at the parking lot, you put your car into park position, turn off the ignition, and wait, always keeping your hands, both hands, on the wheel. And don't look at the examiner. The examiner will say, what you have done wrong, which is normal, and then it says you have passed, and gives you a piece of paper showing that you passed, and that's all you need. Now you are free. You have just passed your driving exam. Now all you have to do is celebrate. Know that you have passed the exam and that you have passed it easily. Now to guide others to know that this is an easy way and this has helped you, please remember to come back to the channel and give a comment and say, I passed the exam, I did it, and recommend it. And perhaps you know somebody who might be taking the exam, and ask them to listen to this recording the day before they take their exam and the day they are going to take their exam. They will be calm and comfortable and easy. Their mind will be focused, and they will remember everything that they need to do to pass the exam. And as they pass the exam, they will be very happy that they have prepared their mind. And if you are listening to this recording, remember, if you have not yet taken your exam and you have some time to go, please go back to the ones that we have recorded for preparing your mind to pass the exam. And then listen to those for 21 days, for as long as you have, each night before you go to sleep, to prepare you to pass the exam. And you shall pass the exam very comfortably. And now that we have done this, we are going to allow a sensation to see and allow us to become more attuned to our feelings. I want you to take a trip back now. I want you to remember one of the happiest days you ever had. Remember what you were doing, what you were feeling, the sensations, the smells. What did you hear, the sounds? What were you wearing? What were you seeing? I want you to be there in that moment and feel the happiness that you were feeling. And see it inside of you. What kind of a color does it have? What kind of a sensation, feeling does it have? Now I want you to take that feeling and multiply it by 10. Just having a spin and become more powerful and more joyful. Just like so powerful that it becomes almost like illuminating light. It eliminates all the negativity and illuminates with all the powers of light. And so bright and powerful that it just exudes out of you, making everything so beautiful. Now I want you to take that feeling and imagine yourself in the driver's seat of the car and just going really fast in your mind through each of the steps, everything that you've done so far, just seeing it all go very nicely, seeing it all become so easy, and you at all times fully calm, fully happy. And then look at the paper again. If you passed, you say thank you. Now that you have completed this, let us bring you back to a state of happiness. Now if you want to stay in that state of happiness for a bit longer, you can keep your eyes closed and maybe even drift off to sleep. But if you feel that you need to return back to your daily routine, you may do so. The simple point is that you are going to be taking an elevator up the ladder and up the mountain and up to the top where you're going to exit. And when you do exit, it's going to be splendid, refreshed and invigorated. So let's take the escalator up the stairs and it just carries you up and feeling good and feeling enlightened. And then now that it's done so, we are going to take a ladder up to the next level. So you grab the bar and you take 3 steps and 4. There are 8 steps and you take the 8th step and move up to the next level. Now before you use an elevator, you're going to take the elevator up. And each time you take this step forward, you are allowing your unconscious mind to incorporate it into your being, into your senses, so that you can access this when you're ready. Now you get into the elevator and you press the button and it starts going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the door opens and you step out feeling refreshed and invigorated. Now you can, if you want, to open your eyes, or you can allow them to stay closed and just relax. And now is the time to say thank you to yourself, because you brought yourself this opportunity to become better and to be prepared mentally to pass your exam. And I'm going to wish you good luck with your exam, although you know that you are more than ready now to pass your exam. And remember to come and visit us and to like our channel and to our video, so that we may help others. If you at any time feel that you want to explore different facets of your mind to become a better person, I invite you to listen to our other recordings. I thank you and see you next time.